Now I'm back again on this side. As you saw all the different parts of what this is and what my whole mission is, I don't nowhere close to about making me any money because 350 out of the five is going to community, which is 70%. The other 30% is to try to build the brand up. And once the brand gets to a point where it doesn't even need that much of it to subside itself, that portion that goes to the business will slowly move toward the community to where it's almost a zero, profiting just enough to keep it all running. And in this day and age, those costs are a lot less than what they would be years ago. So that's just one thing. I've been, if you look into my history, I have a 2-bedroom house that I live in with my youngest, my wife, who is expecting, who has sarcoid, and in this coronavirus days right now where everybody's worried, businesses are shutting down to keep this going, and everybody's being community minded. Collectivism is active very well in this time of need for the world and for this country, especially in our local areas. I do have fear that when this all gets better, that that a lot of the people, not, I wouldn't say half, just a lot of the people will go back to the dog eat dog individualisticness of the human psyche, the human, the being that we are, and won't be as community minded. And you can look back and know that this has been a way I've been since I've been able to become this. I'm grateful to be 35 with gonna be 4 kids. 4 kids, fun, that part, but I wouldn't have even had them. I mean, there's so many different things in life. Like Gary Vee says, the 1 in 400 trillion chance that we even were born, and then you look at all the different aspects of our life, that number gets to be the astronomical number of how small the chances of being who we are is. I mean, we're all individually something that is completely just shouldn't be taken for granted. And I'm not saying we all have to become as we are right now, collective, because in a way I'm very selfish in my community mind, because the feeling that you get from what you do, making a difference, is just as much as winning the, not, just as big in different minds. And it's a very selfish thing that I want that feeling to continue to grow, and sometimes when I'm not, it feels like it's going the other way. And I can explain to you about addiction and things like that, but it's not just an addiction in this one. The legacy, the word legacy is another thing that is brought around a lot, and my legacy is not wanting to be rich, because I won't hit a number in my life that would even match, because I wouldn't be able to enjoy this time that I have, and what I do for the community, and what I've been doing since my daytime or my day-night, weeknight thing has been kind of cut because bars and everything is closed. It kind of doesn't help that part, but like I said, we grow with it, and we must grow with it. And when we talk about what I talked about in being community minded and collectivism, I hope that when this does flip back and the virus is gone, that we as people, though individualistic in nature, still have a lot of community thoughts, a lot of this togetherness that we show being at home. And not just because people are sitting at home because it's making it better, but if you see the groups that are created with all the fun and all the joy of helping each other and being part of something more than yourself, that is a key to life, is being more than part of yourself. Parents know this, because as a parent, once you have a child and you acknowledge it, and you do what you must, and you do what you can, even if it feels like it's not enough, that effort you put is what makes that the community part of that. You know, it makes parenting. Parenting is not an easy thing. If they gave us a book, we'd still not be able to afford to pay for that book. And there is no perfect being. There has been perfect beings on this planet. But I go beyond the point on that one. I hope that these people stay a little collective, at least in local areas. We don't have to be as heal the world as USA for Africa or any of that. We do not have to try to save the world. I mean, I love Bill Gates for what he does, and the fact that he stepped down from doing the business side, and most of the business side, yes, he's still on the board, it's still Bill Gates, but 90% of his actions, most of his life, he's made it his mission to make it a better world around him, and a better world that there can be. And yes, he has billions of dollars that he can add to that effort, but you don't need that. You can start here in your community, in the little steps. Just like parenting, you can't just go, I have all this knowledge, whoa, now grow. No. You try doing that, you know what happens. You know, that's why even him, you can't fix a problem just by going in and fix. Or else coronavirus would be done. If we could just do that, we can't. As much as we all wish we could. And I wish I could be perfect for my kids, for when I have at home, for all of them, and for my family, and for this business. I would love for it to be a national thing and have all this money going toward communities. But I know that it all starts step by step. Sometimes it grows an escalator under it, but it's still not. It's many people take years to want to do anything colleges for years, even though some of the lessons seem to be unimportant. Those little things put on top of each other give you what you have in here. And you don't have to go to college. You don't have to graduate high school. The life's lessons do the same thing. As parents, we know this. Like I said, I go back to parenting, and it's a hard thing to cut away, but it is what it is. Now, when we go into that, going back into what we do good deals is about, like I said, out of that. So if for every gift card you sell,